Welcome to the IM2 video lecture. This is going to be covering the Unit 4 test review sheet solution. Here we are going to be talking about number 10. All right, so here just ask you to solve, and you actually don't need to factor it. Okay, all right, there's many ways you can do this if you want to know the solution, right? And I'm going to show you the first one, which is just the straight algebra method. Okay, and remember, when you take the square root, you have two answers, both the adding and the subtraction one. Okay, so step one is to always rewrite the equation. So 3 parentheses x plus 4 squared is equal to 75. Right, so we're going to first divide by 3, divide by 3. This is going to now get you x plus 4 squared. This is going to be equal to 75 divided by 3 is just 25. Now, we then want to square root both sides. The reason why we square root both sides is because we want to get rid of the squared. So you're going to square root this. Then you also are going to square root the 25. All right. In that process, this will cancel, the square root and the square will cancel, leaving you here with a x plus 4 on the left hand side. The square root of 25 is just plus and minus 25. Sorry, plus and minus 5. Okay, if you want to check that, please have decimals up. Radical 25 is just 5. Okay, but make sure you understand there's a plus and minus. All right, so now you want to subtract 4 to both sides. So your solutions would be x is equal to negative 4 plus and minus 5. All right, so let's go over the first solution. Would be x is equal to negative 4. This is going to be the add 5. And your second solution would be your x is equal to negative 4 minus 5. Okay, so we're gonna, what is that? Negative 4 plus 5, that gets us a 1. Then here we have x is equal to negative 4 minus 5, which is a negative 9. So these would be your two solutions. Now there's actually a shortcut. Okay, we already know we can actually graph to find the solutions, right? So all you have to do is actually graph it. Okay, but you have to make it into standard form. So it's y equals to 3 parentheses x plus 4 squared minus 75. You see, it has to be in factored form. It has to be in standard form. Okay, x is equal to 9 and x is equal to 1. Let's see if those were the solutions. Yep. All right, x is equal to negative 9 and x is equal to 1. Okay, do you see how powerful the graphing tool is? You can always check your answer that way. Okay, let's do B. Again, let's do it the algebra way, then we'll check our answer by graphing. All right, so let's rewrite our equation first of all. So here we're going to have 2x minus 1 squared is equal to 32. So divide 2 to both sides. This will get you x minus 1 squared is equal to 16. Then you're going to square root both sides. What you are square rooting on the left hand side is your x minus 1 squared. And then on the right hand side, you are square rooting the 16. Once we take the square root, this cancels out. Right, so leaving you with an x minus 1. And on the right hand side, radical 16 is plus and minus 4. Okay, we now want to add 1 to both sides. You have x is equal to 1 plus and minus 4. Like before, you are going to have two solutions. All right. Okay, let me just write it here. You're going to have two solutions. Okay, the first one, you're going to have two solutions. The first one is going to be x is equal to 1 plus a 4. Then your second one is x is equal to 1 minus a 4. All right, so 1 plus 4 gets you a 5, and x is equal to 1 minus 4 gets you a negative 3. So your solutions is x equals to 5 and x is equal to negative 3. Let's check it by graphing this to see if our solutions matches up. So it is 2x minus 1 squared minus 32, because again, it has to be in standard form. So subtract the 32 to both sides. So the solutions here are x is equal to negative 3 and x equals to 5 based on the graph. Let's see if that works. Yep, x equals to negative 3 and x equals to 5. Right, so there you go. That is how you do number 10, which is solving, and this is using the square root.